Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny be investing in BI. Go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe. We're going to be taking a look at Paribus and the current market size, or its TVL, total value locked. What that is just how much money is in the system. So how much assets are in. So in the initial days of launch of the MVP, we were able to climb up to as much as about 71. I think we got a little bit over that, about $72,000 in market size. So I figure early on, let's just start tracking this stuff until we can get into DeFi Llama, and that is coming. I know the Paribus team is working on some software to be able to get that information into DeFi Llama. I can't wait for that. It'll be a nice probably a nicer experience, and we can do some comparison and some things like that. So that'll be really interesting and cool to be able to get some metrics over there, and then we'll switch over there. But for right now, we're going to use the really cool dashboard here, and we're looking at a screenshot from a video that I did 3/30/23, and this was 71.47. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have now. Let's bump that down. And we're now looking at a market size, and let's refresh this. Boom. 65.83. There, a little bit of money has come out. The borrow APYs are still pretty low. Total borrowed right now, somebody's borrowing USDT. Somebody's borrowing 335. So interesting. No one's borrowing any Bitcoin. Someone's borrowing. I don't understand why somebody would borrow USDT, or that much anyways, from USDT. That's weird. Maybe it's to avoid having to pay taxes. Okay. I mean, that could be a reason. They're avoiding paying taxes, so they're locking in some USDT to do something else with it, or maybe they're just playing around and testing out the platform. No way to really tell. There's a lot of different strategies you can use on the Paribus platform, or any borrowing and lending platform for that matter. But Ethereum and USDT seem to be the two assets being borrowed right now. No wrapped Bitcoin. And why is that? Paribus is a project that has grown from the Cardano ecosystem. Even though it is EVM, it is a project that is sponsored by C Fund. So a lot of us like to say this is a project that is sort of sponsored by Cardano, or the people that make Cardano work, C Fund and IOG. So what could we do to increase this TVL? Well, this is all my opinion, but things that we can do to increase the TVL. Well, we could fix the economy. We could fix the situation with the banks. We can stop destroying the lives of low-end citizens and bring a lot of trust within the consumer, and they'll come back to the markets. That's one way. Probably not something that we have any control over, including Paribus. So being realistic, really, it's going to come down to marketing efforts and word of mouth. We are honestly, I believe we're going to have to really engage the Arbitrum community, and we should probably start laying groundwork on Polygon. People are talking about Arbitrum, which has got a lot of attention with the release of their governance token. Once people start talking about apps on Arbitrum, are they talking about Paribus? Is Paribus on the lips of people that are bullish on Arbitrum? And the answer to that is no, it isn't. Like I talked about in another video that I made, we are not mentioned when people are talking about apps on Arbitrum. I had a gentleman who is, I think he is a follower of mine. Let's see if I can find him here while we talk about this. Yeah, let's see. I have it here. Let's pull this up. All right. So I dropped another video. We continue the downtrend overall. What's next for PBX traders? Mike.nft does NFTs. Cool dude. Interacts with me. Thank you, sir, for checking out my videos and interacting with me. I enjoy talking with people about Paribus. The Paribus team should interact more with Arbitrum projects and communities. They are in this weird siloed space between blockchains instead of bridging the gap, building for Cardano but operating on ETH. It's sort of a miss in terms of community and project placement. Hopefully agree. But I really think that's going to come down to maybe some eager ambassadors, people that have the ability to create communities, engage communities. And I'm not talking about going out and paying some, influencer that has a bunch of followers. I just never think that's the way to go. Organically building with these community, bridging the gap, I think is the way to go. And not just Arbitrum, but Polygon as well. I've been looking at jumping over. I've been talking with Mike about Arbitrum projects. And I think that is the way to go. I think efforts should be focused on that plan. And I'm not saying spend for the project to spend money. I think what they're doing or what they have planned is fine. I just think just start, engaging those communities on those other chains, the chains where we're going to be living. I think a lot of people are just sitting here waiting. Oh, it's going to go on Cardano one day, so that's when I don't think that's the way to go. It's EVM. We should be engaging EVM communities such as Polygon, such as Milkomeda, such as Arbitrum. When that happens, I think we'll get a lot more users, a lot more people playing around, a lot more people talking about Paribus, and then that TVL will naturally start to grow and build. Until then, we're going to have pretty much bare bones for the time being because it is a bear market and not a lot of people outside of the Cardano ecosystem are really familiar with Paribus. It's a really nice, attractive design, a good brand. I think we can do well if we just put in that effort. So that's what I am researching and looking into personally. But I think the project should maybe dedicate maybe some resources, or maybe even just the ambassadors might not have to spend a single dollar, but just start, looking at communities on that side and seeing what's what and making the gap. Well, that's all I have for you. Make sure you hit that like, hit that share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.